I've got a question for you, and I want you to be honest with me. Does your business partnership program go beyond snacks for your postie and contra with your local pub? I hope so. Forrester found out that brands with mature partnership programs grow revenue twice as fast and see 28% of their revenue come from emerging partnerships. I'd love to see your local pub do that for you. To get a kickstart and partner with some of the world's most credible content creators, influencers, mobile apps, and other brands on a performance basis, check out Impact, a technology company transforming the way we do partnerships at scale. Visit impact.com/growth.
Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get through your Friday. Here's your host, Bushy.
Today's checkout features Anaita Sarkar, co-founder and CEO of Hero Packaging and the author of Sell Anything Online. Anaita is a self-confessed marketing and e-commerce nerd with a massive TikTok following and a really refreshing way of looking at life and business. And that's the perspective that only comes when you've had the experiences that Anaita has. Her main business, where she is the co-founder of Hero Packaging with her husband Vic, it started as a solution for Anaita's previous business where she was using enormous amounts of plastic to ship her products and thought that there must be a better way. Hero Packaging is now a global company that has sold over 35 million compostable mailers and has over 73,000 customers. Anaita, welcome to The Checkout. It was brilliant to finally have you on Add to Cart for our main episode where we talked about everything from your brand new book, Sell Anything Online, through to your business, Hero Packaging, and how you're changing the packaging game, and all the way through to what to look for in an e-commerce coach and agencies. So much covered there, so much that I feel I got off my chest in that conversation. It was great. But we're here to learn more about you. I've got 5 quick questions. Number 1, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online?
The weirdest thing would be a talking doll that randomly talks at 3 a.m. and it freaks us all out in the house, but we don't know how to turn her off. So it's been programmed with my kid's name. So it says, "Hello, Olivia," in the middle of the night. So that's probably the weirdest thing I've ever bought.
I would be chucking that straight outside. That would not be in my house.
It's because it's got her name in it. I just think it's so sentimental, but it's so weird.
I've got a Kogan TV that's in our rumpus room that will randomly turn on in the middle of the night. But the weird thing about it is that it goes straight and plays trailers when it starts up, but the trailers are always horror movies. So we wake up in the middle of the night and there's trailers for horror movies and we're like, oh, and we just can't turn it off. I don't know how to get rid of it without throwing out the whole TV.
You need to talk to Rosalind Kogan about that because that shit is scary.
It freaked the first time. I was like, I could just hear this screaming and stabbing and I was like, what the hell is going on?
It's so funny.
All right, number 2. Which retailer has inspired you most recently?
Okay, I have 3. Okay, so one is Jolly Skin in America. Amazing. Also Nike, which is my favorite Australian brand. They're doing so well. And Fate the Label.
Great. Nike is the hammocks?
Yes, run by the 2 brothers and they are absolutely smashing it. Like when I say smashing it, they are doing so well and they are like this successful e-commerce business that not many people have heard of, but they are killing it here internationally on different platforms. They're amazing.
Awesome. We just had Hamish on from Order Editing and he talked about how they were his first investors in Order Editing.
Oh, that's
as a
cool.
Client, as a client, they loved it so much that they invested in the business. So it just shows that they're thinking so differently, right?
They do. And every time I see them, they're just so clever and they're just willing to they say so much. We were talking about vulnerability. They are just so good at that.
Oh, I think that's a sign. I'm going to reach out to them, see if they can come on.
Oh my God, please do. I think you'll love it.
All right. Number 3, name a piece of tech that you or your e-commerce business couldn't live without.
A piece of tech, I would say SEMrush. I think I'm on SEMrush a lot of the time. And I do that because I'm constantly monitoring how Hero Packaging is doing organically compared to all of our competitors. And just to add in an extra one, which is super simple, which is Apple Notes. Couldn't live without Apple Notes. I use it every minute of every day.
I love it. Are you paying the paid plan for SEMrush?
So because I do a lot of content for brands, they've given it to me for free, which is so nice because it's an extremely expensive platform.
Yeah, it is. It is. There's so much valuable insights in there. Love it. All right. Number 4, can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into?
Other than my own, I would say I love How Brands Grow. And I feel like that's been mentioned on your podcast a couple of times, perhaps, by Byron Sharp. But it's the one thing that has made Hero Packaging, I think, the kind of market leader in sustainability, and also how we have focused on brand over just product differentiation.
Yeah, great first principles of brand, right? And those first principles that just don't change no matter what tech or what social comes in, they remain in place. So great recommendation. Tell us about the podcast though. What's the name of the podcast? Where can people find it?
My podcast is called Marketing ATM. You can find it anywhere. It's just a really fun podcast, 30-minute episodes of what's trending in marketing, business, e-com right now.
Beautiful. Go find it, Marketing ATM. And last question I have for you, Anaita. What is your biggest challenge today?
Okay, biggest challenge for Hero Packaging is figuring out the US market and scaling up profitably over there. We tried once. It didn't work out because it cost us too much money. And so now we're just really focused on international expansion over there and just figuring out like what's the most profitable way of doing that.
Amazing. Do you have a time frame on when you want to get over there?
Yesterday. I think probably I'm really realistic and probably like 12 months to just make sure that we're doing it correctly.
Amazing. Anaita, thank you so much for joining us on The Checkout.
Oh, thank you for having me.
To hear more from Anaita, jump back into episode 441, where Anaita shares her thoughts on the importance of cash flow management with the kind of insight that only comes from being there firsthand. She also talks about the pros and cons of working with agencies and why it's not the questions you ask of them, but it's the experience that you have before even considering handing over those ad accounts. And then she talks about the impact of content creation on brand visibility and why you cannot afford to be inconsistent. Anaita is also extremely candid about a particularly tough time for her own business and how she coped. It's a great perspective on e-commerce and business ownership. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep adding to cart.